Cheese. For decades, it's been cast as the villain of the dinner table. Too fatty, too salty, too heavy, a guilty pleasure you're better off avoiding. Doctors warned against it. Diet books told you to cut it out. And for years, many of us believed cheese was the problem, not the solution. But what if I told you that the very food most people fear could actually be one of your body's greatest allies after 65? That hidden in your refrigerator right now may be the exact fuel your muscles are starving for. The truth is, sarcopenia, the silent muscle loss that sneaks up on millions of older adults, is not just a problem of aging. It's a problem of nutrition. And the foods that can fight it aren't exotic, expensive powders or miracle pills. They're some of the most ordinary, overlooked foods in the world. In this video, we're going to uncover 3 specific cheeses that are scientifically proven to feed, repair, and protect aging muscles. Each one works in a different way. One slow and steady, one dense and powerful, and one lightning fast. Together, they form a simple, natural toolkit to help you walk stronger, climb stairs with confidence, and maintain the independence that so many people fear losing with age. Before we dive in, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss the senior health strategies we break down here every week. Tips that could make the difference between slowing down and staying strong. Now, let's start with the first cheese. It's not fancy, it's not expensive, and many people dismiss it as bland or outdated. But when it comes to protecting your muscles at night, it might be the single most effective food you can eat. I'm talking about cottage cheese. Cottage cheese, the overnight protector. At first glance, cottage cheese doesn't look like much. It's pale, lumpy, and often written off as a relic from 1970s diet plans. But here's the secret. For seniors over 65, cottage cheese isn't just food, it's fuel. It delivers the exact nutrients your muscles crave in the exact way your aging body needs them. The magic starts with protein density. Just half a cup of low-fat cottage cheese has about 14 grams of protein for only 80 calories. That means nearly 70% of its calories are pure protein. Why does that matter? Because as we age, protein shifts from being just another nutrient into being the shield that protects us from decline. Every day after 65, your muscles are fighting to hold on, and without a steady stream of amino acids, they lose that battle. One amino acid in particular, leucine, plays a starring role. Think of leucine as the ignition key for muscle growth. It signals to your body, repair now, grow now, strengthen now. The problem? Aging muscles don't listen as well as they used to. They need a louder signal, more leucine to spark the same response. Most older adults require at least 3 grams of leucine per meal to fully trigger repair. A single serving of cottage cheese gives you more than a gram, putting you a third of the way there without even trying. And then there's the type of protein in cottage cheese, casein. Unlike whey, which digests quickly, casein is slow, very slow. It releases amino acids into your bloodstream over 6 to 8 hours, drip-feeding your muscles long after you've eaten. That's why cottage cheese is such a game-changer at night. When you sleep, your body goes hours without food. In younger people, this isn't a big deal. But for older adults, that fasting period is when muscle breakdown accelerates. Eating cottage cheese before bed acts like a time-release formula, guarding your muscles through the night, reducing loss while you rest. But the benefits don't stop with protein. Cottage cheese is also rich in calcium and phosphorus, 2 minerals often overlooked in muscle health. Every time your muscles contract, calcium is the spark. Without enough of it, even the best protein intake can't translate into strong, responsive tissue. Phosphorus, on the other hand, is like the wiring. It drives energy metabolism inside your cells, keeping your muscles fueled and ready. For seniors who wake up feeling sluggish or drained, this mineral support is the quiet boost that makes daily movement easier. So how do you actually use cottage cheese in real life? Start simple. After fasting through the night, your body wakes up in a catabolic state, meaning it's been breaking down muscle for energy. Eating a half cup of cottage cheese at breakfast flips the switch, turning breakdown into building. Add fresh berries for antioxidants, or go savory with cucumbers, tomatoes, and herbs for a refreshing protein-rich dish. At lunch, it doubles as a versatile base. Mix it into wraps, stir it into salads, or use it instead of mayonnaise in tuna or chicken salad. Dinner. Swap it for ricotta in pasta dishes or casseroles. And if you don't like the texture, blend it into a smoothie. You'll barely notice it's there, but your muscles will. Here's a simple but powerful scenario. Imagine finishing your evening walk 10, maybe 15 minutes around the block. You come home, sit down, and have a small bowl of cottage cheese. The muscles you've just used are primed to absorb nutrients, and thanks to casein, they'll keep absorbing them for hours as you sleep. That's not just eating, that's strategic recovery. Over weeks and months, these small, consistent choices add up. Suddenly, the stairs don't feel so heavy. Getting out of a chair feels less like a chore. The decline so many assume is inevitable begins to slow, and in some cases, even reverse. That's why cottage cheese earns its spot as the first cheese in this trio. It's affordable, widely available, and profoundly effective. Yet because it looks humble, many people ignore it. Don't make that mistake. Used wisely, this plain soft cheese becomes one of your strongest allies in protecting muscle, energy, and independence. But while cottage cheese works slowly and steadily, there's another cheese that takes the opposite approach. It's sharper, richer, and far more concentrated. Just a thumb-sized piece delivers nearly as much protein as a full serving of meat. And because of the way it's made, your body can absorb it easily, even if you've struggled with dairy in the past. That cheese is Parmesan, and it's the next step in your muscle-preserving toolkit. Parmesan, the concentrated powerhouse. When most people think of Parmesan, they picture a light sprinkle over spaghetti or a dusting on top of soup. What they rarely see is that Parmesan is one of the most concentrated nutritional tools in the world of cheese and a game-changer for aging muscles. Here's why. Just 1 ounce of authentic Parmesan, about the size of your thumb, contains over 10 grams of protein. That's almost the same amount you'd get from a serving of chicken or fish packed into a fraction of the portion size. For older adults who often find themselves eating less than they used to, this is crucial. The ability to deliver dense, muscle-supporting protein in small amounts means you can meet your body's needs without forcing yourself to eat large, heavy meals. The secret lies in how Parmesan is made. Authentic Parmesan, or Parmigiano Reggiano, is aged for a minimum of 2 years. During that long process, natural enzymes gradually break down its proteins into smaller fragments. The result? Protein that's pre-digested, ready for your body to absorb with ease. Many seniors struggle with bloating, discomfort, or slow digestion after high-protein meals. Parmesan sidesteps those problems, delivering strength without the heaviness. There's another hidden bonus in this aging process. Parmesan becomes virtually lactose-free. As we get older, lactose intolerance becomes far more common, leading many to avoid dairy altogether. But authentic Parmesan is so low in lactose that most people can enjoy it without discomfort. That means you can reap the benefits of one of the richest protein sources available, even if you've had trouble with milk or softer cheeses. But Parmesan's story doesn't end with protein. It is also a calcium powerhouse. 1 ounce delivers over 300 milligrams of calcium, about a quarter of your daily requirement. And while calcium is often linked to bone health, it is equally vital for muscle. Every single contraction, from lifting your grocery bag to standing from a chair, relies on calcium. Without enough, your muscles simply can't function at their best. Parmesan, by providing both protein and calcium together, strengthens both the engine and the frame of your body. So how do you bring Parmesan into your daily life? The simplest way is also the best: grate it fresh. Pre-grated containers often lose flavor and nutrients, while fresh Parmesan is rich, sharp, and satisfying, meaning you'll need less of it to feel full. Sprinkle it over scrambled eggs in the morning for a protein-rich start. Add it to soups, salads, or even sandwiches at lunch for both flavor and strength. For dinner, it pairs beautifully with roasted vegetables, pasta, or casseroles, enhancing taste while fueling your muscles. And here's a trick many of my patients love. Cut Parmesan into small chunks and pair it with fruit or nuts as a snack. This gives you protein, healthy fats, and natural sweetness all in one simple plate. Compare that to processed snack foods, which provide empty calories but no muscle support, and the difference is clear. Some people hesitate when they see the price of authentic Parmesan. But here's the perspective shift. Because it's so concentrated, you use less. An ounce or two each day goes a long way. And compared to the cost of protein powders, supplements, or even some meats, Parmesan is both economical and natural. Think of it not as a luxury, but as an investment in your strength, mobility, and independence. Parmesan and cottage cheese complement each other beautifully. Cottage cheese provides the slow-release shield, feeding your muscles over hours. Parmesan delivers the dense burst, giving you immediate power in small, manageable portions. Together, they cover two essential strategies for muscle health: consistency and concentration. But there's one more piece to complete the puzzle. A cheese that works in a very different way: fast, light, and almost immediate. It's built from whey protein, the fastest absorbing fuel your muscles can get. And unlike many rich cheeses, it comes with a heart health bonus. That cheese is ricotta, and it's the rapid responder your muscles have been waiting for. Ricotta, the rapid responder. If cottage cheese is the slow protector and Parmesan is the dense powerhouse, then ricotta is the rapid responder. The cheese that delivers protein to your muscles at lightning speed, exactly when they need it most. What makes ricotta so unique is its origin. Unlike other cheeses, which are made directly from milk curds, ricotta is made from whey, the liquid left behind after other cheeses are produced. That might sound like a leftover, but in reality, whey protein is one of the fastest and most effective forms of protein your body can absorb. Within just 30 to 60 minutes of eating ricotta, its amino acids are already reaching your muscles, fueling them with exactly what they need to repair and grow. For older adults, this speed is a huge advantage. Aging muscles often become resistant to the usual growth signals, meaning they need more help to respond. Fast-absorbing whey bypasses some of those barriers, delivering a direct shot of building blocks right where they're needed. Each half-cup serving of ricotta gives you about 14 grams of protein, comparable to cottage cheese, but with a composition that's rich in branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs. These BCAAs skip the liver and head straight to muscle tissue, making their impact faster and stronger. The timing of ricotta is what makes it so powerful. After even light activity, a short walk, gardening, or simple resistance exercises, your muscles are like sponges, primed to soak up nutrients. Eating ricotta within 2 hours of that activity maximizes the benefits, ensuring your muscles get exactly what they need at exactly the right moment. Beyond protein, ricotta also has another advantage. It's naturally lower in sodium than many other cheeses. For older adults monitoring blood pressure, this makes it a safer option for daily use. And thanks to its whey foundation, ricotta doesn't just support muscle, it also supports heart health. Research shows that whey protein can improve circulation and help maintain healthy blood pressure. That means ricotta is doing double duty, strengthening your muscles, while also supporting the system that delivers oxygen and nutrients to them. And let's not overlook ricotta's texture and versatility. Smooth, creamy, and mild, it's easy to enjoy even for those with reduced appetite or chewing difficulties. Spread it on whole grain toast with a drizzle of honey for a protein-packed breakfast. Mix it with herbs for a savory dip or sandwich spread. Stir it into pasta sauces, bake it into casseroles, or blend it into desserts with cocoa and fruit for a treat that feels indulgent yet fuels your muscles. Perhaps the greatest gift ricotta offers is how it fits into the bigger strategy of protein distribution. Many older adults eat light breakfasts, modest lunches, and then a heavy, protein-loaded dinner. But here's the problem. The body can't store protein for later. Muscles can only use about 25 to 35 grams at a time. That means when you save most of your protein for dinner, much of it goes unused. Ricotta makes it easy to spread protein evenly across the day, giving your muscles what they need morning, noon, and night. So think of ricotta as the fast-action partner in your cheese trio. Cottage cheese protects you through the night. Parmesan provides concentrated strength in small bites. And ricotta swoops in quickly, repairing and rebuilding right when your muscles are most ready. But before you start stocking your fridge, there are some concerns we need to address. Because while these three cheeses are powerful allies, many people worry about issues like lactose intolerance, cholesterol, or even kidney health. Let's clear the air on those concerns and separate myths from facts. Addressing concerns. By now it's clear that cottage cheese, Parmesan, and ricotta can play powerful roles in protecting and rebuilding muscle after 65. But if you're like many people, you may still have questions or even concerns. Cheese has carried a bad reputation for decades, and clearing up those doubts is essential before you can confidently make it part of your daily life. Concern 1. Lactose intolerance. This is one of the biggest barriers that stops older adults from eating dairy. As we age, our ability to digest lactose, the natural sugar in milk, often declines. The result? Bloating, discomfort, or digestive upset. But here's the truth. All three cheeses we've discussed are generally well tolerated. Parmesan, after being aged for years, is virtually lactose-free. Ricotta and cottage cheese do contain small amounts, but usually far less than milk or softer cheeses. For most people, starting with small portions and gradually increasing allows the body to adapt, and for those who remain sensitive, lactose-free versions of cottage cheese and ricotta are widely available. Concern 2. Cholesterol and heart health. Cheese is often blamed for being high in fat and cholesterol, leading many seniors to avoid it entirely. But research shows that moderate cheese intake does not carry the same risks as processed fats or fried foods. In fact, dairy proteins and minerals can support cardiovascular health, not harm it. Ricotta, with its whey-based foundation, has even been linked to improved blood pressure and circulation. The key here is balance. Small, purposeful servings rather than heavy, greasy portions. Concern 3. Sodium. It's true that some cheeses are high in sodium, which can be a concern for people managing blood pressure. But not all cheeses are created equal. Ricotta is naturally lower in sodium than many other varieties. Parmesan, while more concentrated, is used in small amounts, meaning the total sodium intake is modest. Cottage cheese does vary depending on the brand, but low-sodium versions are widely available. Reading labels and choosing wisely turns this from a problem into a non-issue. Concern 4. Kidney health. For most older adults, higher protein intake is not only safe but essential for preventing muscle loss. However, individuals with kidney disease or impaired kidney function do need to be cautious, since the kidneys are responsible for filtering protein byproducts. That doesn't mean cheese is off limits, but it does mean intake should be consistent and discussed with a doctor. Concern 5. Medication interactions. Another often overlooked issue is medication. For example, individuals on blood thinners must keep their vitamin K intake consistent, which includes some dairy foods. Again, this isn't a reason to avoid cheese, it's a reason to talk with your healthcare provider before making big dietary shifts. The vast majority of seniors can enjoy these cheeses safely, but a few adjustments might be needed if certain medications are involved. The bottom line, for most older adults, the benefits of these three cheeses far outweigh the risks. When consumed thoughtfully, in small, steady portions across the day, they provide protein, amino acids, calcium, and cardiovascular support in ways that pills and powders simply can't match. Instead of fearing cheese, it's time to see it for what it really is, a simple, natural tool for protecting strength, mobility, and independence. And that brings us to the bigger picture, because cheese isn't just about nutrition, it's about what that nutrition allows you to do, the ability to climb stairs without fear, to walk without a cane, to rise from a chair without struggle, to keep living life on your own terms. So let's pull it all together in the final section and see how these three cheeses can give you not just stronger muscles, but a stronger future. So now we've come full circle. 3 cheeses, 3 distinct roles, and 1 powerful message. Aging does not have to mean weakness. The decline so many people assume is inevitable can be slowed and in some cases even reversed when you give your body the right tools. Think of cottage cheese as your overnight protector. Its slow-digesting case, In shields your muscles while you sleep, drip-feeding them amino acids during the hours when breakdown is normally at its worst. Think of Parmesan as your concentrated powerhouse, packing dense protein and calcium into small, easy-to-digest bites that fuel your strength even if your appetite is smaller than it used to be. And think of ricotta as your rapid responder, rushing amino acids directly to your muscles at the exact moment they need them most, while also supporting your heart and circulation. Individually, each cheese offers a benefit. Together, they form a toolkit, slow, dense, and fast. A perfect combination that matches the needs of the aging body: protection, concentration, and speed. And the best part? None of these require expensive supplements, complicated diets, or unrealistic routines. They're affordable, widely available, and easy to weave into everyday meals. But beyond the nutrition, the real story is what this means for your life. When you preserve your muscle, you preserve your freedom. You keep the ability to walk with confidence, to climb stairs without fear, to garden, to play with your grandchildren, to live on your own terms. These aren't just small comforts. They are the foundation of independence and dignity as we age. And here's the truth most people don't hear often enough. Your muscles are still capable of growth, even after 65, even after 75. The body you will live in 10 years from now is being built today, with the choices you make at every meal, every serving of protein, every bit of movement, every step toward consistency. It all matters. So the question becomes, will you keep seeing cheese as something to avoid, or will you see it as the powerful natural ally it truly is? Because the choice is yours. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button and share it with someone you care about. Strength after 65 is not only possible, it's waiting for you, one smart choice at a time. Your muscles are ready to respond. Give them the fuel they deserve, and they will repay you with resilience, mobility, and freedom for years to come.